Sorry.
Last time on RPG, you guys, after all fucking dying,
which was pretty bad.
Bit had to, Bit basically struck sort of a deal, I guess you could call it that, with Anthony Romano, basically saying he would teleport you down to the swamps where there were people who could bring you guys back to life, just on a
in return we fuck off.
Yeah, on a I guess
Caveat.
to be seen if it will be honored promise to not come back to Sparkholm.
It won't be, don't worry. I'll make sure of that.
And so you guys got teleported basically to Benson's homeland, just kind of like the sort of like swampy southern part of the realm. That's just sort of known for very sort of like occult, demon-y practices like necromancy, which was like precisely what was performed on everyone in order to bring them back to life. In addition to some car necromancy, which was performed with the help of one of Anthony Romano's kind of like mechanics, a kindly Italian man, or I guess fantasy Italian man, who went by Gerissimo.
Gerissimo! Gerissimo!
And once you guys were revived, you found out from the woman who revived you, Swamp Tilda, that your father did have was for a time even farther south in sort of the toxic elf inhabited swamps. So you guys trudged your way through the swamps trying to reach that zone, camped out for the night and got ambushed by sneeches.
So it's just so fucking the Lorax Dr. Seuss shit.
It's
the Sneech, dude.
The Sneeches.
That must be something in Dr. Seuss, yeah, because like
I'd be very surprised if the word Sneech never came up in a Dr. Seuss book.
Don't leave out the part where I totally fucking owned the snakes, by the way.
Yes.
You're the snake.
Which was fucked up because they were Benson's friends.
Yeah, what bad guy would do that?
What kind of shitty
They actually
person would
weren't.
hurt?
That snake fucking hated Benson.
But Benson believed it was his friend.
Yeah, but I had a totally cool
that's the
I had
thing,
a totally
Dingle.
cool moment that you don't want to leave out.
That's the thing, though, Dingle, is that, you know, maybe the Sneech wasn't Benson's friend, but Benson was the Sneech's friend, okay?
No,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
it was base, though. At least Freelance has got my
I mean,
corner.
the Sneech
he was
didn't know
rooting
it.
for me.
The Sneech didn't
Oh yeah,
know
I
it,
was
but
watching. I put on the Doom music. You know me.
It was good.
Benson would have done anything for that Sneech.
The Sneeches.
Oh, it's real.
Told the Sneeches to go drink some
No,
bleach.
is that real or did you edit that?
It's real.
It's real.
I knew it. I knew it.
God.
The
Listen,
Sneeches, they're the ones with the stars in their belly.
I was the what? Listen, mine weren't spelled with a T. It's fine.
That's true.
Dr. Seuss can't get us. He's dead.
He can't get. It's not like I'm. Listen, Dr. Seuss he would not be mad at you for using Sneech.
Can I retcon the entire
Dr.
last?
Seuss.
Can I retcon the entire last session to make these the things you guys fought?
Yes.
I stabbed one of these two in the head with my sword.
Yeah.
No,
yes,
you
but they
no.
have to have leech teeth.
No, you should have both of these races coexisting with each other.
Both
Yeah,
called Sneeches, but spelled
We need to
differently.
meet the Sneeches. Yeah.
Sneech Civil War.
I'm gonna have them both.
The
in
Sneeches
same-
are at war with
I'm gonna
Sneeches.
I'm gonna have them both in the same combat encounter. Because, I'd like to attack the Sneech on the left. You mean? Wait, the Sneech or the Sneech?
Wait, Sneech with a T or?
Do they have a star or no
No,
star?
I'm not gonna clarify. Like
Is it a
that.
Sneech
No,
with a
the
star or a
the
Sneech
Sneech
without
or
one?
the Sneech? No, the Sneech or the Sneech.
Wait, does the Sneech have a star in his belly?
Kill him.
No, you kill the ones without the stars in their belly.
No, you kill all of them. That's how you do true equality. All right, so where did we leave off?
Oh, there was a big toxic pit. I know that much.
What? I thought we were just at the edge of the elf territory.
Yeah, which is a big toxic pit. Or pool.
Give me one.
Stinky pool.
Stinky.
I'm gonna start the watch together. This is like the most annoying shit in the world. There's like a fucking like Blighttown ambience track, but it starts with fucking voiceover. Who would ever want that if they're looking up Blighttown OST?
There's a fucking White Town has a voiceover for what's the voiceover?
No, it's this fucking stupid video. Starts with a voice tower and just goes, even worse than undead. The boys, and it's just like, this is not even close to what I want from this.
Bro, I am not here for you.
I love
Isn't
this
that from the intro
I love
anyways?
I love this track starting with fucking voiceover. Just what I wanted from my background music.
Can you go?
So-
Oh, can you do one of those for me?
No. Let's just move on.
There you go. Thanks, dude.
The fucking Dark Souls 1 male character moans.
Damn, DS1 is so good.
Alright. So, basically, where we left off, you guys are kind of, like, standing sort of at this precipice of... Just, like, the swamp just starts gradually taking on this, like, almost sort of, like, this sort of, like, sickly, lighter green hue. And just, like, it like, almost, like, hurts to breathe in whatever fucking, like, noxious, like, caustic fumes are coming off of this, like, bog that you're standing in front of.
Mother told me never to come down here. Are we sure this is the only way?
Do you even have olfactory senses, Benson?
Wait, what'd you say?
Do you even have olfactory senses, Benson?
Man,
I'm
speaking
asking
of,
in
this
character.
bog smells so bad.
I don't know what that means.
Benson, can you
out
give
of
me
character.
intelligence? Benson, can you give me intelligence biology to see if you know what that means?
Also, Marty, can you even smell? You're a car.
Oh no, I can smell plenty fine.
Oh man, this is a bad flip for me right now.
Biology.
Is it rounded up or down?
Yeah.
It rounds up.
It rounds up. Yeah.
Rounds up because
Oh,
No.
bad flip my
Pretty bad
ass,
flip,
dude.
huh?
Also, this is +6 now.
That's true.
So that's
That-
7
that's
success.
true.
Hold on, I need to change that.
Yeah.
Benson's
What the
got
fuck?
Benson knows what the
Why
fuck we're talking about.
on
What
this
a great
flip?
use of your crit.
Hope you enjoy it, Benson. You're not going to have any other fucking successes the rest of this campaign. That's just how it goes.
That's fucked up.
Just to know that if olfactory means you smell something.
I know
Okay.
what that is.
Benson, it shouldn't be possible, considering your nose has literally rotted off of your face long ago, but you have a very acute sense of smell and know exactly what that means.
Yes, of course. I mean, I grew up in these swamps. It's my home.
All right, just a question.
In fact, I'll say that I'll say that you can even sort of make out from the scent that this is basically just a sort of like it's this kind of like it's this sort of mix of just like it's like almost like sulfurous poison, like this like sulfurous, very like caustic smell that you can tell is like very much not natural. It's sort of it's the reason this part of the swamp is so fucked up is definitely a byproduct of whatever the inhabitants further in do. Just sort of like makes even like the land around it just harder
Benson
to
is
be
fucking
inhabitable.
is Riku from fucking Kingdom Hearts. He can smell darkness and evil.
And he's buff as shit.
It's true.
It's only when Xehanort's possessing him, Zelos.
No, it's all it's all natty
Yeah,
in
it's all
this
natty.
case.
It's all natty.
It's all natty light.
We're all gonna make it, bros.
Wait, what? I did not even smoke that much weed. I'm so fucking confused.
Jerisimo just kind of like pipes up and just goes, "This I cannot do. We cannot allow this newly refurbished car to enter such caustic waters unguarded."
No, but Jerisimo, I must. For this is where the journey takes us.
Jerisimo, are we going to have a problem?
He kind of like thinks for a moment, just goes, Which one of you is good with their hands?
I can slice hands, if that's what you're asking for.
Moina big.
Mono big.
I hold up my rotted away hand. Me!
Jerisimo kind of like cocks an eyebrow and he's like,
So none of you.
well, maybe we can make this work. He kind of like pulls out his sort of like he pulls out his magical toolbox. Remember, he is still, even though he doesn't look like it, he is still aligned with the wizard mob, so he is very magical.
Yeah.
And everyone who raised their hand to help Jerisimo, can I get a wit or intelligence and plus engineering flip?
That's a
Have
pretty
two intelligence, but no
discriminatory flip,
engineering.
dude. That's pretty discriminatory saying that you had to raise your
I wasn't
hand
sure
out,
what to
Jerisimo.
say, but I'll help out.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Well, I
to
suppose
try.
anyone can help out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
help a
you
little
didn't.
bit.
You don't have to. You know, if you're raising your hand, it doesn't require speech.
That's true. That's true.
Well-known fact.
I am healthy still.
I thought Zell was
I am
pulling out of the
not.
bros deck. I was like, he's gone too far. His decks can't handle his power.
Yeah.
We all kind of help out.
I'll use the hero point.
It's
Why not?
what the
Dude.
brothers do.
Dude, no, dude, don't
Jokers.
tell me this is
Jackers,
what
rather.
So combined success of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 successes.
A combined 8 successes? Okay.
Or actually, 9. Sorry. Combined 9 successes.
So he basically, he pretty immediately, sort of like, he pulls out his toolbox and pretty immediately gets to work, sort of constructing just like these sort of like makeshift, like sort of like metal pieces and like flotation devices to the to underneath of Marty.
Turning Marty
And-
into a boat.
With every now and again, he kind of like he'll hand you guys either like, you know, like metal screws or like pieces of like the flotation material that like need magic to inflate, or just sort of like, or you know, and just like generally has like people like fetch things from this sort of like bag of holding-esque toolbox that he's brought out.
Toolbox of holding, if you will.
I won't.
I won't.
No.
And eventually, Marty, he's kind of like constructed a sort of like very like makeshift raft that's kind of just sort of attached to you, like sort of like attached underneath of you.
Oh yeah, I used my paint. I turned myself into an amphibious vehicle.
I'm trying to.
World War II style.
All right, I like it. I would have gone for fan boat personally, but I like.
Oh, dude, but it can't drive though.
I guess that's true. I guess a fan boat.
boat. I'm looking it up real quick.
I guess a fan boat is kind of pushing the car motif a little too
No,
far.
no, you can no fan boat. I looked it up. Fan boat on wheels. It's a thing.
Oh fuck yeah!
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I do a fan boat with wheels.
You've glamored yourself into a fan boat with wheels.
Nice.
And Jerisimo just kind of like wipes some beads of he wipes the sweat off his forehead and he just goes, "Well, I don't know how dangerous this swamp is, but I think together we did a pretty good job. This might be able to hold for a little while at least."
Jerisimo, you're an artist.
Ah, you flatter me, my friend. It is only because I have such a beautiful canvas to work with.
Again, fucking weird, cunt.
Oh, you're gonna make me
you
tear
two
up.
going to need some time alone.
You're gonna-
Can we all just get
You're
on the
gonna
boat
make
and
me
start
tear
moving?
up, Jerisimo, and
Oh my
I
lord.
shoot windshield wiper fluid all
Hey,
over
yo.
my windshield.
Let's calm down.
Let's all just get on the boat and keep moving, please. So now none of us have to wade through. We can all just sort of sit
Nah, but that's
in the
you
Marty
guys
boat.
did make me think. How does a car bust a nut?
Who knows? But let's not think about it.
No, I'm gonna have to keep thinking.
Let's
about
just
it.
move on.
Does that imply that the windshield wipers are like both dicks, or like what does that mean? Why is
No,
that
that
where
was
it's coming
supposed to be.
from?
Oh my
That was
God,
supposed to
can
be
we
like
please move
tears,
on?
dude. That was supposed to be tears, but then
You
Zed
said bust
ew.
a nut.
No, I know, but then Zed said ew, so then I
That's
started
good coke.
thinking about it being nut instead.
You just hit a bump freelance.
No,
You see what I'm saying?
I got that Mexican Coke. This shit's good as fuck.
Oh, I've had that before. That shit
Oh,
actually
so
kind of,
fucking
that shit actually busted.
I wish I had more fucking sodas that were just sugar. I hate corn syrup.
Does the
Well, I
Mexican Coke also make your balls bigger, or is that just like American chemical Coke?
Good
Wait,
question.
what?
Apparently,
Wait,
some study
what?
came
Yeah.
out saying that some study came out showing a link between drinking Coke and Pepsi with having bigger balls and more testosterone.
Definitely not
the
funded by
fuck are they
Coca-Cola
putting-
Company.
This is I'm about to say this is
True.
totally not advertisement, by the way.
Okay, but the study specifically called out Pepsi as well. So is this them setting aside their differences to make a fake science?
They
They're
come
all
together in the
motherfucking
name
corn
of
syrup,
bigger
fucking
balls.
Pepsi. I don't care.
You see, this is exactly why they did it, because now you believe it.
I
Yeah.
agree with. I agree with.
Enemies turned to giant testicled allies.
I like how we just turned this from weird discussion over wiper fluid being semen or something to my fucking Coke being, I don't know, making balls big. Like,
Alright,
guys,
the
get your
raft,
fucking
the
ball out of
raft.
gutter.
The raft.
I agree with. Yeah, I agree with freelance though. In that
Let's move on.
it's a false competition. They're all owned by the same people.
I mean, yeah, they probably are all.
Yeah.
They probably are both majority owned by BlackRock, but that's a different conversation. Anyway,
Anyways, my balls are huge.
Let's go. Let's move on. We're on the
So-
boat. We're on Marty boat or boat Marty.
Barty.
Barty. We're on Barty.
all right. So, I would say since the raft is centered around a sentient car, I feel like Marty. I feel like it would be definitely driving, but let's say let's say intelligence driving. Intelligence. I'll give you intelligence or wit, just to kind of like navigate your way through this kind of like this toxic swamp area.
Do I still only have 3 max HP?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I still put healthy on the flip. Nice. Nice, dude. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, I'll put a little drive on here. So I should get rid of this crap real quick. If only that ace wasn't there, what a dramatic failure. Put two drive on there.
Put some driving for driving.
I need to drive.
We driving.
We driving.
Maybe I just put another one on there actually.
Jokers.
Oh.
A bold
There
move.
you go.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Which it did.
Okay. So can one person, it doesn't matter who, but just one person, give me a wit and survival flip?
Oh yeah,
see.
sure thing.
I have. Well, I don't have whip. I have survival. If Marty wants to.
I feel like
3 wit.
I feel like I'm
kidding.
gonna. I feel like
I
I'm
was
going
kidding.
to clarify that it actually can't be Marty. I feel
Yeah,
like I
I
shouldn't
was-
have said anyone.
I knew you didn't mean me. I just said it to fuck around.
Ah, fuck. What the hell?
Dang!
Put some drive on there. Jesus Christ.
You guys don't ever just make jokes to be funny?
One success for wit and
I've never joked in my life.
Yeah, but
well,
I've known you for a long
I
time.
hate comedy.
Never made me laugh.
I've made jokes, but the jury's out if they've ever been funny.
I only make funny jokes. I've never had a joke flop.
The only joke I ever told was that flowers in the attic one at Phoenix's wedding.
Still good. Still hits to this day.
I'll just keep using it until I die.
Like their mom and flowers in the attic.
Oh my gosh.
I
So,
know, I'm a legend.
I am legend.
So Marty, you're just kind of like you're very focused on just sort of like trudging through this swamp. It's for how like you wouldn't think something so like seemingly acidic would also be so like thick. So it's really something that you kind of, especially with all the modifications you've made, you sort of have to like trudge through it. As
Yeah, I was
sort of
thinking
like as sort of like the metal as sort of like the metal raft underneath you, just kind of like very lightly you hear just sort of like a
Oh no.
No,
I guess it.
Oh no no no!
and sort of as you're kind of going through Tsukigawa, just given your just sort of like given your just sort of general, you know, set battle senses, you can kind of like you're kind of like sitting there and you suddenly like realize you can feel that something is kind of like that something has like is heading your way.
Everyone, prepare yourself.
What
I just
for?
imagine we're like a steamboat going like.
We're not alone in the swamp.
Well, duh, we have each other.
Suki's just gonna keep his sword drawn.
Nathan
I mean, I
just
tried to
looks
tell
like
us not to come this way, but
Well, you know, this is the way Dad went. We had to go this way.
Everyone, shh.
that's
Something
true.
approaches.
I mean, he's got a point, yeah.
All right, so you guys
Yeah.
you guys feel like several sort of like hard bumps to the bottom of the to the bottom of the boat. And Marty, even though Brown's deafened and muted, we can pass it along to Marty just feels like Marty can sort of feel things kind of like latch onto him and kind of hold him in place. As I'll say everyone else on the boat, you're kind of like jerked forward as just sort of like Marty, who's been trying to move at a pretty brisk pace to keep from to keep from spending too long in this swamp, is kind of like ground to a halt. And then you're all of a sudden you see that there's what the fuck? What? Is that Buff Benson?
Yeah.
Has to be
Natty
by the end
Benson.
of the series.
Natty Benson. His ball, singular.
Yeah. It's enough to fill the pouch.
Sorry for derailing that.
No, that's fine.
To make that your profile picture. That...
Yeah, just replace the Benson thing with that. He's not even a strength character.
No, I just mean his Discord profile picture.
Just everything is going to be replaced with this.
But I like the dog.
That's a missile.
It's going to be on my LinkedIn for real.
This is how I find my next job. Where do you work out? The milk factory.
The swamp.
In the underworld.
So what
It's
happened?
going to be a weird encounter without Marty, but we're going to go through it. So, you guys kind of like scan it, like, Tsukigawa, the sort of like sense you picked up earlier, you're now just kind of like violently like searching for like what that thing you could have sensed earlier was. And your attention pretty immediately goes to like looks to like this fairly large like this fairly like large sort of like fanged animal skull that's a little ways in front of you that just kind of sinks into the bog before like immediately just like emerging, sort of like almost being like worn by what looks to be like a body similar to the Sneeches that you guys were fighting before, but just sort of like all kind of like black and like pocked and bruised all over. And it kind of just sort of like it sort of very kind of like limply turns the skull towards you, and the jaw kind of like of the skull kind of slacks open, just revealing like this like giant Sneech maw underneath that just screeches at you guys.
It sneeches at us.
Sneech, seed, and feed.
Which I will say which is going to start combat.
Am I faster than this thing?
Yes, you will be. Let me pull up the...
It's time for some battle music. Oh. I'm a little eepy today. Sorry, fellas.
Huh?
I'm a little eepy today.
That's fun.
Nah, you good. So, This thing is kind of like and this thing kind of, and so this thing and the one thing I will say, this is, I mean, this has to essentially be considered ship combat, kind of like we did in Pirates.
Oh fuck.
And I will say, since Marty is currently being kind of like stuck in place, since Marty is kind of like stuck in place, I will say it will be pretty hard for the ship, quote unquote, to avoid taking damage while he's not free to move within the swamp. So I would just keep that in mind as this encounter is progressing.
Is it just one enemy?
It's one big fucking enemy that you can.
It's like the
that you can see at least.
It's like the alpha Sneech.
Legendary Sneech.
And I'll say,
basically
Sugigawa, you are faster. Although Marty is not, because I think that lowered initiative from last session, I think, is still going to be in effect for this combat.
Yeah, Sukigawa is going to leap and, like, slash at it.
You're going to leap and slash at it. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely agility and melee.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so that's cut in half.
As far as
before.
leap and slash, you're saying that you're leaping off of the boat right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 successes ain't bad.
2 successes is not terrible. You sort of like take like a running jump off the boat and just get like a horizontal slash, like just right into like right into like one of the exposed parts of it. And you notice right away, like when you cut it, it doesn't bleed at all. But I mean, you definitely made like a noticeable gash in it that it does sort of react to with a, but it doesn't. But like, there's absolutely no blood. And
oh, go ahead.
Once the slash concludes, you kind of like you land into the since you were jumping off of the boat, you land sort of like into the bog, and just immediately just this like searing pain shoots through the part of your legs that are submerged. And I'm gonna say, if you end, you will take 1 damage at the end of this round of combat if you're still in there at the end of it.
Might need some help.
As it goes to, oh, actually, it's gonna be the Sneech's turn, because, Nathan, you're 4 initiative, right?
Yeah.
And so is Marty right now. Let's call it the Mega Sneech. Just kind of like jerks it's the sort of like its head backwards, and then just sends the skull just like heavily just like plummeting into the into sort of like a dead center of the boat. Can everyone other than Sukigawa, and I guess and I guess Marty as well. But I think I'm counting his damage as ship damage. Can everyone flip one card for me?
And a dramatic failure.
No, this isn't that kind of flip. This is just like this is just high card to determine who's taking damage. Which is Bit and Nathan, you guys both have 1 damage incoming.
Not dodgeable.
No, this is dodgeable, I'd say.
My
As it just kind of like almost like a hammer just sort of like slams this skull down on the boat before like rearing back up and like fucking allowing the jaw to open once more and reveal the leech mouth underneath. And then it's gonna go to Nathan.
The fucking the skull or whatever is like the mouth is actually like in front of us on the boat.
It's like a, I'd say it's probably, just given the sheer size of this sneetch, it's like several feet above you, but it is pointed, but the mouth is pointed at you. Like the skull is open and the mouth is kind of like pointed at you.
I would just like to say, if anyone's feeling generous, to help me get out of the swamp before the end.
Somebody does need to help him get out of the fucking swamp. Bit.
Damn! Don't throw that on Bit. He's the only one in this. He's the only one in the party who knows how to live.
I know. That's why I want him to throw his life away from him. Oh shit! What to do?
I had other plans, but
I think Nathan's gonna try to like
y'all are so mean.
personally as he can, try to like jump and grab the like I guess the lower half of that sneetch's mouth, and just try to fucking like put some weight on the fucker.
Tear it off.
Literally, yes, rip and tear.
Oh, so is this like? So you're like jumping and like grabbing onto it?
Yeah, because you say it's a good couple of feet above. Like,
yeah, this thing's like big. This thing's like sea serpent big.
Yeah.
What do I see?
We're gonna do a tooth
serpent.
extraction.
Alright, I feel like that's... Because there's jumping involved, that strikes me as an agility melee. Although I would also give you brawn athletics if it's, but if it's just to grapple on.
I mean, I can. It's like basically jump on again, try to apply weight, but I don't know if you'd call that a combat thing. But it's like something's opening my fucking mouth. I imagine it would hurt, but I could do either or. I mean, it's about the same like kind of roll, whether it's agility or brawn athletics. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna stick with agility and melee because that's one more. Apply a drive on that bitch. I think drive is what, one?
One card, yeah.
Yeah, drive is 1 per drive you spend.
And
unless you have the ultimate that makes it 2 for driving actions.
I don't know. I feel fine in punching bag. Gonna apply hero point on that as well.
Okay.
Why would you do this?
Oh,
double joke.
No.
Oh.
Double joke head.
Someone else is jumping in the bug.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright. So, I'll start this off by saying, you are a giant tree man jumping off of a very hastily put together raft. And basically everyone on the boat can kind of like, can basically just sort of like hear the crunch of metal as he lifts off. And proceeds to go absolutely nowhere. You land like face first in the toxic swamp, a couple feet away from the boat. But do leave a pretty sizable, but do leave two very sizable foot-shaped dents into the raft where you lift off, where you lifted off. As
This is an amazing start to the session.
I guess he's going to save Suki.
I'm gonna say that since he's still mysteriously sort of like anchored anyway, I'm gonna treat Marty as the boat until Brown comes back. I think does that
Okay.
or at the very least we're gonna skip over his turn until he gets back just to keep the combat going.
Yeah.
Which would bring it to Benson's turn.
Okay, using my new Sneech Tongue skills, quote unquote skills, I'm gonna attempt to communicate with the serpent and say, "Look, we do not mean harm. My friend here," pointing to Suki, he simply lashed out in self-defense, but we mean no harm. You see, my friend right here, he's even willing to sacrifice himself in the great swamps for you. Take this act of peace and leave us be as we travel through your territory.
And before he double jokers and says, "Please eat my friend. He's free."
Give me charm and persuasion.
Oh boy.
And a little
persuasion, if you will.
Grace under pressure. And a little pre-roll point.
Little preing. Never heard anyone.
Let's go.
You drive it all, Pedal?
I'll put some drive on it. Alright. 2 and a joker.
I think freelance is the anti, right?
Yeah, freelance is anti, and
Yeah, I could.
Alright, it's up to you.
I mean, yeah.
Is this still the
I
first
said,
round of comp?
I already threw my 2 down. I'm enjoying them. I'm gonna anti-joke this. Fuck it.
Alright. Sick.
Oh, awesome.
I thought freelance was just gonna keep the anti-joker because the double joker didn't want everybody else to feel as bad as he does. But I had my headphones off, so I don't know what the double joker was.
You're back now, Brown?
Yeah, I'm
he
sorry, didn't my
ran and jumped into the swamp.
Yeah, he basically jumped. He jumped into the poison
Just belly
swamp,
flopped right in.
but while also dealing like a ton of damage to the boat by virtue of being
Smart.
like
Heavy.
probably a several hundred-pound tree man jumping off of sheet metal.
Just to fucking like face plant in a bog.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Thanks so much for damaging my boat.
You're welcome.
You've been getting your shit pushed in this entire campaign. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been getting my shit pushed in this entire
You
campaign.
pissed yourself at the racetrack, and you want to criticize me for trying.
Ooh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like even when I'm not the one failing, it still affects me.
Oh, boo-hoo.
It says the guy who kills every NPC we come across.
That's just because I'm based.
Damn,
Alright.
got him.
Yeah, true.
So
I didn't really think of it like that.
So Benson, you start like giving your speech to like the giant serpent about how you guys are friendly, and you notice that like the big serpent just sort of like stares at you, just kind of like unmoving. But you do hear kind of like sort of like bubbling from below the boat a little bit, and then you feel like you feel two large like pop as like it almost seems like two things are like dislodging themselves from the bottom of the boat, and two much healthier comparatively looking Sneeches kind of like resurface above the water and just go, "Friend? You are friend?"
Yes, we are your best friends, your best buddies.
But we stay with Large One. Large One kills all who enter, but he does not eat.
Is there's something wrong with Large One?
He's retarded.
The other one kind of like sort of like, "We don't know, but Large One kills but does not eat. We stick with Large One so we can eat."
Well, we're not very tasty. I mean, you know, I'm kind of skin on bones, to be honest. And Marty, you probably won't get much nutrition out of that. This guy's fully robot.
They sort of like, they kind of like contract a little bit, like they're sort of like smelling the air, and just goes, "You are, true. Most of you don't seem very good." They kind of like, they sort of like look to each other, and they kind of like submerge for a moment, and then you sort of see like one more, you sort of hear like one more kind of like pop from the bottom of the boat as like the third one that was kind of like on top, that was kind of like below, kind of like, it's now become apparent that these were like basically three living Sneeches who were trying to like just make you an easier target. Just kind of like, "This meal not seem worth it. We try, but we not sure if you will. But we not sure if we can convince Large One. Large One doesn't eat, doesn't talk."
So are you the only one that can understand them, Benson?
Oh yeah, this is for everyone other than Benson. This is just a fucking cacophony of like.
Benson, I don't know what's going on, but I cut open the serpent and nothing came out. It seems it might be undead. Did
somebody just read it?
Yeah, that's Sneech.
I've been reading this whole session. That's Sneech.
Sorry, I had to leave for a minute again.
Say, how long has the Large One been in this condition?
They all kind of like turn to each other, and they just like, "Not know what you mean. Large One is Large One."
Well, do you think Large One could maybe make a little bit of a concession for one little group passing through? Come on, there'll be plenty of healthy and nutritious meals passing through soon. I've no doubt about it. We're trying to find our own Large One right now.
Large One not talk much, but we try to talk to Large One. And they're going to
Oh, let's go, they're bros.
They're
They're bros now.
They're bros.
My gosh, they're screeching at each other like retards.
The
Screeching
eels. The sneechy eels.
They all kind of like the three of them kind of like sort of like the three of them kind of like approach the giant it sort of like the mega sneech, I believe is what we've called what I called it initially.
Yeah.
The
Mega Sneech.
And they just start sort of like making kind of like screeching sounds at it, trying to get it to stop. And eventually just sort of like as they the Mega Sneech kind of like for a moment kind of like stops and sort of like looks at them. And then you see it do that same sort of like rear back and then just like slam down on two of them.
Oh shit. Are they okay?
And, as the third just kind of like, I am sorry, friend. I believe we have angered Large One.
Well, it already seemed like he was pretty angry already. I go to the rest of the group. Seems like negotiations have failed a little bit.
But he's kind of not sure if can stop, not sure if can reason with Large One, but I will help small ones. And he kind of like, he sort of like, Sukigawa, he kind of like does that like wraparound move on you, which initially seems very threatening as someone who can't speak Sneech. But he is then going to like sort of like bring you back to the boat and kind of like drop you on the boat, and as you kind of like sort of like roll over and just are trying to sort of like desperately trying to like wipe the caustic bog off of your legs. Nathan, I'm sorry, but you did double Joker.
Yeah,
he's not a small one.
I'm not letting you off from someone else's success.
He's still just face down in the fucking bog water.
So I don't mean to skip over you, Zell, but I feel like since Brown is back, we probably should already have his turn.
That's how I figured this was going.
Yeah, I mean, I can go before or after him, either one.
Well, I mean, we skipped over your turn initially because you weren't here, and I just wanted to keep.
Well, that's what I'm.
Going.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. I just meant like you can put me past Zell if you don't want to skip him.
Oh, sure.
Right now. Yeah, I don't mind going.
I'll say whichever one of you has a action can go
I have
first.
a plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no plan. So.
Okay. And it does involve Mark.
Oh, nice. See? Combo.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if this will count as 2 actions or not. I feel like it will. But I want to...
Well, if I can take one on, maybe we could just combo turn it.
Yeah, maybe.
I would, yeah, if that's feasible, I would allow that here.
I want to fill the hat I've got with some gasoline to throw it on the thing along with my lighter.
Yeah, what's the roll to squirt gasoline into Bit's hat?
What a roll to ruin my head.
I pop my...
Let's say brawn engineering.
Oh, nice.
For you Because I feel like any flips that would theoretically be biology for another character kind of have to be engineering for you.
Yeah, basically, I was thinking that too. Which still doesn't help. I'm not a doctor, you know, but I'll put some stank on it. No drive. Think about it. Nah, I'm good with that.
That's
actually.
good.
That's... yeah.
Yeah, I popped the cap and gas, just a little fountain just starts pouring out. Like in a little stream up.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, no problem.
If there has been one constant in this setting, it's that you have had no problem spraying gas places it realistically shouldn't go. So you very easily fill this wizard hat up with gasoline.
I do also want to psychometry the gasoline.
Oh no, dude. Oh no, yes. Actually, yes. Oh yes, dude.
Oh, actually, I just realized something. Well, no, I guess you'd still have gas. I guess the oil is more the car's blood than the gasoline is.
Yeah, the oil keeps the engine going.
Yeah,
So the oil would have been what was replaced with Nathan's sap and not the gas.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I thought it was.
So you're psychometrying the oil or the gas?
Yeah, the gasoline.
The gas.
I
feel like there's a few ways.
I mean,
to
I
go
could
with it.
psychometry the entire combination. I just want the +1, really.
Gangster.
Okay.
Actually gangster. But I feel like there's a few ways you could go with this thing.
Shut up!
Because, you know, gas is also dinosaurs. But then also, where did I get the gas?
He gets the fucking deep
And
lore
then
video.
maybe just isn't. I think you got Marty backstory.
Yeah, it's like a slideshow on the history of gasoline.
Gas station backstory.
You see
or
fucking like upside
dinosaur
down
backstory.
pyramids and shit.
You
Yeah, the aliens when they were replacing the dinosaurs.
It basically,
When they're like putting. Yeah,
basically
I've read
there's like
Pacific
a game theory-esque video plays in your mind of. So
Are you leaving?
Marty is, so Marty's a car and he
Okay,
runs
cool.
gasoline, but he's also a living being. So how did that gasoline actually get
Thanks.
hidden? We're gonna try and explain. It's like a 4-hour fucking YouTube video essay. Basically outlining how it basically is piss. Anything that Marty's unique combination of both human and car organs basically turns anything he drinks into gasoline the same way it would become piss in a normal human.
That's awesome. I love this
Dude,
lore
so
development.
I'm actually so fucking fuel efficient, dude.
He's developed a stronger bond.
You're literally the fucking perfect vehicle. Anything
But
literally anything that can be like anything liquid that can be put inside you will eventually become gasoline.
I'm a fucking freak. I'm a freak.
He's a fucking freak.
Normal cars can't drink milk.
Alright,
And
so
so-
yeah.
After that, I'll say it's. I'm gonna say wit ranged to throw this this flaming gas, this sort of like makeshift Molotov cocktail question mark.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm going for.
Molotov cocktail.
So wit,
Ball hats.
+1 for healthy, +2 for range, +1 for psychometry. What was that one?
Dude, I
One
think
wit,
this is just because
one
he's tired
healthy.
of the hat.
2 range. Yeah.
One for
And all hero.
and a hero point.
Yeah.
Drug.
Yeah. God, stop!
I guess maybe you didn't need to drive, actually.
God,
maybe just don't put
damn.
those ones. Maybe put the hero point back.
I'm putting the hero point back.
I don't think I need this anymore.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm like, nah.
nah. Definitely 2 jokers, too.
I feel like that's not how that should work, but I'll allow it.
He didn't flip! He didn't flip!
I feel like that's so in character for Bit, though. He doesn't even follow the rules of the hero point. That cheeky little
I mean, if you want me to, I'll flip them.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Flip those.
I called
Flip
it.
them.
I called
Get
it.
him in there.
You made it better!
Would have been so happy if one of those was a Joker.
It would have been
But
very funny.
But it just made the flip even more sick.
Look at me like a cool little thing. Look, the ace is hiding below all the other cards, dude.
Okay, I'll say for 8 successes. Honestly, this is almost too perfect to not do. For 8 successes, I'll say you take the hat and you sort of like you take the lighter and you like put it to the gasoline inside and it just immediately starts going up, and you just kind of like sort of like spinning almost like a shot putter, like just toss it. And it lands, and basically it lands just kind of like... It lands like... The opening of the hat lands onto the sort of like the large cut made by Sukigawa. And just this thing doesn't even have a time to screech before just a fucking column of flame comes out of its mouth. And it's I'm gonna say, Marty, can you make an agility driving for me really quick?
Sure thing. It's my agility.
Actually, never mind. You don't have to. It jokered. It falls backwards.
Bet.
Is combat over, dude?
I'm gonna say that is pretty feasibly the end of combat.
Can I get up?
I had one saved.
Victory Sneech.
Nathan just needs to get it fuck up.
I get a little squirt.
A little squirt.
I saw that too. No, I was watching that too. I was like, damn, that's so good. Thank you very much.
Daddy got his juice.
Daddy got his juice. Dude, there's a fucking actual, like, the only thing that reminds me of, though, is there's a real video of some fucking dude in Australia or some shit. And he walks up with a cup to a dude who's filling up his car, and the dude fills his cup up with petrol, and the dude just starts drinking it, dude. Like, you can see the whole video.
I can believe that, yeah.
Did Phoenix ever show you that don't huff gasoline music video that was made by the Australian government?
Don't be
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. That's so good, though. I remember that. One freelance song there reminded me of it.
So it kind of like... So the Mega Sneech kind of like falls backwards. And the smaller one that wasn't crushed kind of like swims up to it and just goes... Oh, poor large one. Tell me, little ones, why was large one so enraged?
Well,
What's it asking, Benson?
yeah. But I guess you can tell me something if you want to say it.
No, but what's it asking?
Oh, he was asking the character what he was saying.
What did it ask?
I mean, if we can, if we can accept that, if we can accept that, just sort of like
Benson's going to
Benson
relay the
is
info.
in
translating?
character, all you guys are hearing is screeching. I will allow that Benson is just kind of like real time dubbing what they're saying.
I mean, yeah,
Benson,
that's kind of how it always goes.
Benson,
Yeah.
tell it that I feel like that large one might have been undead, brought back to life unnaturally through magic. Because when I cut it open, it did not bleed at all, and it had a very sort of dead stance.
You tell the
Wait, do you guys bleed?
No, they definitely.
I don't bleed.
Well, I know you don't bleed, but
Do you bleed?
Benson, tell the other Sneeches that.
Yeah, I'll
the
relay
large
that
one
to
might have
the
been
Sneech.
yeah, brought back to life by unnatural means.
sounds familiar.
Don't understand. Dead ones are dead. Living ones are living. Living ones move like large one.
Well,
Do they understand the concept of magic?
it's my theory that there's the elves in the southern area, correct?
The strange ones. Yes. Strange little ones. We avoid them. They hunt us for food.
That's just rude.
Yeah, they are well known for their great occult practices. However, sometimes they do take things a little too far.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Like your large friend may have been one of their
Experiments.
magical experiments.
Not understand. If strange ones live even when they die, why they eat us?
Well, I guess we gotta meet an elf to find out.
Next time on... Just kidding.
Can you imagine?
I'm still in the wonder.
Are you still in the swamp, Nathan?
Imagine he's getting up at this point, but
I will say, yeah, I'll say at this point you're getting up and getting back on the boat. I will make you take 1 damage, though.
That's
Because you
fine.
did technically end that combat round in the swamp. I can help show you way to strange ones. But you be careful around strange ones. They might eat you too.
Tell them we'll keep an eye out.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be fine.
You're too optimistic, Benson.
I've got all my brothers with me.
And Matty, too. And this wizard engineer mechanic.
Wonder if we have
Maddie's just kind of sitting there, just being like, "All right, so I'm lost. So he can speak to them."
Yes.
He just says that as I'm incoherently screeching at this thing.
Yeah.
That is them communicating, Matty.
I wonder. Maybe we have a Sneech brother out there somewhere.
I'm not going to put it past our deadbeat father.
Sneech fucker!
Say, have you met anyone who has a dad who abandoned them early in their life?
Do any of you have a fucking deadbeat dad? We're looking for our deadbeat dad.
What is dad? Is it tasty?
2 big ones.
Probably not.
Love each other really a lot.
The male progenitor that created you with a female progenitor.
That which fertilized the eggs,
Yes.
of which you spawned from.
little ones want to know where they came from? You did not come out of birthing swamp?
These guys might be.
How hard is it to... It must be hard to lose birthing swamp.
Yes. We're
Yeah,
all
it's
broken
rough.
up about it. Suki just kind of has like a confused look on his face.
Dude, these leeches are freaking cool, dude.
No, you know, they are nice.
They're really understanding guys.
Well, I guess if you don't know anyone like that, then the only thing to do is onto the strange ones.
The only thing to do is sneak our way to the elves, I guess.
Little ones are nice ones. I lead them to strange ones.
Well, I'm glad they think that. It just makes things easier.
So, you basically, it just sort of like, Sneech like starts to like it sort of partially submerges itself and just kind of starts swimming away, like, enough to, enough to, so that you can like see it and follow it. And you guys kind of like trudge through the swamps for a while. Mostly,
On the boat.
kind of just like mostly unfucked with, considering you sort of just have, considering like pretty much the only thing that could survive in these swamps are these like fucking gross sneeches.
I don't think.
And your friendly one is able to pretty effectively ward them off. Until eventually you get to this big, like, it looks like it just sort of looks like this kind of like big sort of like circular wall, just made of like various kind of like various like bones being held together with some sort of unknown adhesive. And as you kind of draw closer, your Sneech friend just kind of like starts sinking a little bit more into the ground and just goes, "This one goes no further. Strange one's too close."
Tell him,
appreciate the
Benson,
help.
Yeah, Benson, tell him we appreciate it.
Thank you for all the help. I toss him one of my fingers as a snack.
No! Nope.
He graciously accepts. as he's just kind of like, as his sort of like circular maw of teeth is just kind of like systematically stripping the finger of meat, he kind of goes like, "You crazy ones to want to talk with strange ones. I hope strange ones not eat you. Or turn you into strange one like they did with large one."
We got plenty of strange ones already here.
Not to me, though, of course.
He kind of doesn't understand what that means. He kind of doesn't understand the wordplay.
What the fuck was that?
It's the classic people entering Brown's room and immediately coming on mic.
We lost our birthing swamp.
Return to birthing swamp.
Yeah, I definitely sort of have it in my head that these things are kind of like eel-like in the sense of like, did you guys know this about eels? That nobody knows how eels reproduce.
Seriously?
Oh.
Like, even like ones that are raised in captivity, people have like never seen eels fuck. Just more eels just start appearing one day when the conditions are right for more eels.
That's kind of hilarious.
They're literally fucking like 40k orcs. When the eels think they need more eels, they appear.
The great.
But anyway,
I'm back.
Nah, you're good. I was just talking about how no one's ever seen eels fuck.
We gotta find out the mystery.
Well, I thought it was more like an egg fertilization situation.
No, but no one's ever seen. No one's seen an eel egg. No one's like seen how eels reproduce.
You have no idea how hard people are trying to see eels fuck.
It's just like they're like always watching these eels, and it's like the ones they watch never do anything, but then suddenly there's more eels the next year.
It's like they say a watched eel never fucks.
Tsukigawa is gonna say when the Sneech leaves. He's say, I think the fumes might be getting to me because I had less of an inclination to kill them.
That saying makes me want to watch a pot boil.
So,
can't be true.
You guys slowly approach this kind of like walled off area, and it doesn't take very long before like you see like another like you see kind of like this sort of like glowing bubbling under the water.
Oh boy.
And then a sort of like what appears out from underneath the water is an elf, but not any description of an elf that you might be generally familiar with. It's just kind of this like tall, gangly, like lanky looking thing with just like extremely pale skin covered in like very dark splotches.
Mm.
And it brandishes like this kind of like homemade looking like bone spear that's just crackling with energy towards you and just goes,
oh, that's adorable.
What are you doing here?
Hey, we're looking for a god.
We're here for information on Richard Rocksoff, and we were told that he held a show here once.
You come here seeking death.
No,
No,
we come
we're
here
seeking a
seeking
bar.
Oh
information.
no! We're not looking for any of that.
Need a fucking drink.
Yeah, we're seeking the death of our dad.
Yeah, we want to kill our father. I'm glad that we're all on the same page on that now. That's very nice.
I'm kind of here and there about it.
I'm definite on it.
Still think we should fucking talk to him first.
I mean,
I know, talk to him, but definitely don't let him live afterwards.
I mean, but what do you really do though?
I'm not
he
getting
kind
into
of-
it. Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
I'm gonna say
He did
Sukigawa-
make you, and you said you're a freak.
Sukigawa, I feel like you're kind of are you getting in this guy's face? I feel like you are.
No, I just called his magic spear adorable.
You thought
I feel like that's
You're
kind of
saying
getting in his face.
Wait, you're saying
What do you think?
this
I'm
guy's
trying to
saying
deter-
he's gonna
I'm-
kill us, and you're not getting in his face.
I'm trying to determine who's like realistically closest to him.
Tsukigawa definitely would be at the front.
Me, because I'm the boat.
Well, you're kind of in the center, because you're the boat.
Well, I'm at the front.
No, but you'd be centered,
the front
because
and the
everything would
back.
be evenly distributed around you.
Yeah, but my face would be at the front of the boat.
No, but the way the cars things look when they're at the hood, you have like half. You're like a third of a car. Your eyes are like a third of a
No,
car.
I'm a boat right now.
Oh my god.
That's
I'm
great.
closest to it, Dingle.
Wow.
All right.
I think I'm closest.
Sukigawa, can you flip? Can you flip like agility and athletics for me? As this guy kind of like, with one hand, he lunges like a long bony arm towards you.
Good.
Ooh, holy shit.
Yeah, actually, you can have that one.
damn boy.
No, I used a hero point. Who's ever trying to adjust? I already put it. I already did it. I don't know who's flipping around with the notes. Just stop.
So he like kind of like he grabs your arm and with like a level of strength that really shouldn't be possible from an arm so thin is kind of like squeezing you like incredibly like painfully tightly. And there's almost like and you can feel like even sort of like under like even you can feel like the skin and flesh under your kind of like arm guard even just get like very hot as he kind of like starts channeling some kind of like magic into you. And then he kind of like, and I'm gonna say you're gonna take 1 damage. But then like afterwards he kind of like forcibly lets you go and then just sort of like with both hands like kind of like takes the spear into a more ready position and just goes, "It was you. It was you who killed the Guardian."
The what? Oh, you mean the undead sneak? That was your doing, was it not? That was the work of necromancy.
Your kind are not welcome here. We created the Guardian to keep you out, and now it is gone.
Is
Explain yourselves.
Is nobody going to talk about how Suki's
right.
getting all the credit here? I mean, I kind of think it was more Marty and I, but
He was more using the royal you to refer to the whole group.
I will explain myself. We're here in this godforsaken swamp that smells like absolute death looking for our father, and you're standing in our way. You have the gall to talk to me like some common criminal?
we're a very rare type of criminal.
I want to do a spell.
I can cut down.
Okay.
Down just a minute.
What is your spell? I'm so concerned.
Please throw him into the sun again. Get rid of this dude.
I just want to make sure
do the needful.
Do the sneedful.
Do the sneechful. The anticipation is
Be nice
palpable.
and be quick, you ELF. You tit. Do you want to show us in or eat your own shit?
Ooh!
Why didn't it know the word elf? It
Yeah,
said
that's kind of
ELF.
fucked up, but it works. It works. Just let's see if this works.
Knows the word shit, but not elf.
It can say
Yeah,
shit,
that's
but not
actually
elf.
kind of fucked up.
Because elf is German.
What the fuck?
Means 11.
Oh yeah, you missed in the Wizard War one shot where because elf means 11, we had all the elves we were fighting had 11 sets of ears.
Yeah, it was very very good. Great, 10 out of 10. Definitely not.
All right. So, is this like a friendship spell? Are you actually making him eat his own shit right now? I'm trying to decipher that spell.
It's like, okay, so the spell makes it so that it's like he doesn't like us, but he has to help us or
Eat his own poo poo.
any idea in his head that isn't helping us is eating his own shit. So it's almost like a morality choice. Like, do I want to help these guys or eat my own shit? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Give me. That feels
he would do
very.
anything to help us, except if eating his own shit would be more.
Again, that feels very trickstery to me. So
I'm too into Hunter x Hunter. It's like I'm always about like the little, like this makes this happen. Retard.
Give me.
It's a contract. I get you a magic contract on them.
Oh well, contracts are fucking super fucking sylph. So give me presence and. Well, sylph is not the right term. I meant to say contracts are very fey. So give me give me presence and spirit.
Never made that flip before.
Let's go, boys.
Hero P on there for the Joker. Oh no.
Oh,
that was
no.
a
The
good
Joker.
fucking
I already
flip.
had the Joker. Oh, my bad. I already had the Joker.
Good. These are some good. This is a good like string of flips we're doing.
Put some stink on there. So I use my last 2 drive too. Yeah.
Fuck. There we go.
Whimsy has to eat its own shit.
You both have to eat shit.
Well, I don't know if cars shit, dude.
You can't get out of this. You jokered.
Well, it doesn't mean I eat my own shit though. If I don't shit, and that's when Dingle chimes in. No, you eat your own shit.
No, you eat your own shit.
Yeah, you eat your own shit.
That's a very good impression of my DM intersections. So, I'm gonna say this spell is gonna work, but not in the way. The spell's gonna work, but not in the way it was supposed to.
Okay.
Where basically
no.
it basically like your attempts to kind of like infiltrate this elf's mind with magic are basically all for naught, and he just kind of like it just kind of has a moment, just goes. This is that kind of magic. You are with them.
Shit magic.
Who?
You are with the shitmancers.
I want to eat my own
Say
shit.
what?
Just go. He kind of like he like drives his spear
Sorry, that
into
was
the
a cap bar, my B.
he drives his spear just sort of like into the raft, and is just kind of like, you will come to see the elder. You will answer for your actions.
Not 100.
You will tell him why the Fae sent you here.
Well, at least you're letting us inside.
And this guy is basically just like, again, with like strength that this kind of like with this kind of like frail frame shouldn't have, is just sort of like holding the spear with both hands and just dragging all of you through the muck with it.
Dog, you need to chill. Like for real, homie.
By the
Yeah,
way, can
I
someone
agree. I
heal
agree.
me
This
up?
dude's
Do we
got.
have any healers on this team?
I mean, you
You-
did try to make him eat his own shit.
Oh, we're all fucked except for Bit. Why does Bit live
I'm-
through everything?
Yeah,
You-
that was bad.
Just don't
You
take damage.
I should NT have done that.
You are
My
not where you,
B, homie.
Shut the fuck up, Brown!
you are not where you belong. Those who come here come to die. You will die, but first you will tell us why you have come.
Oh my god, we already
maybe buy
explained
me a
it. We're
drink
looking
first.
for our father.
We've already
Are
died
your
once,
ears
so
filled with
that's not
swamp
very
juice?
scary.
Are your ears filled with swamp juice?
So, as you kind of like approach this like wall, it kind of like starts like opening up into this kind of like gate, and you see that there's kind of like the actual like the sort of like poisonous swamp has kind of been like drained out, and there's just sort of like this big kind of like village sort of there. It's not really a big village. It's kind of just like a collection of like various like huts and homes that are all kind of like centered around this like very ominous looking pit in the center.
I wonder if that's the birthing pit that was mentioned.
And eventually like it just sort of like yanks the whole raft onto like dry land. And then pulls the spear out and kind of like jumps on and is kind of like I'm gonna say like Nathan, he's kind of like pointing it to your back and just goes, you all will go. You all will move. The elder's hut is at the other end of the village. You will go there and you will answer to him.
Where's he?
Alright.
Where's he at?
The end of the villa. I think
No,
Suki's
on
gonna
me.
lean
No,
over
no,
to the
like,
group
where's-
and go.
Where's the elf hat on me?
I'm gonna say he's like towards the back of like the raft portion.
Suki's gonna
Okay,
lead
then
the
I'm
rest of the
just
group
gonna
and go.
gas it then.
While we're all on it.
That'd be
Yeah, I'm
bad.
trying to make him fall off. I was
Make
gonna
us all
hit the.
fall off.
I was gonna just drive slow and then hit the brakes real quick and make him fall off the front, but he's on the back. So I'll just pick up some speed.
Oh my gosh.
How about we just go?
Yeah, we are going.
Yeah, going fast.
Going as fast.
Oh,
Fast
fuck
I
this.
can.
I'm having Nathan just hop off and start fucking marching. Fuck you guys. I already took
Damn,
enough
dude.
damage today.
So you're driving
I'll say-
toward. So you just hit the gas and just start driving towards the elder like house.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make him. I'm trying to make the guy fall off though.
Give me agility and driving.
Please don't fuck this up, man.
He'll fuck it up.
Aren't you out of jokers?
I think so, right?
He's out of at least one. I know. Maybe he's won the last run.
How do you use both?
see.
Good fucking grief, bro.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I put all my
It's a
drive
driving
on it.
clip. He gets double drive.
He did double
Drive.
drive
Jesus.
flips.
Alright,
Turn it off pretty
okay,
much.
okay.
We're just gonna
Sneaking all the way
speed
back.
by Nathan, I guess.
It's like a
Yeah,
house.
Nathan's just
Oh,
taking a
man, I
fucking
thought that
walk.
last
He
one was
doesn't
gonna be a
care.
Joker. I was like, whoa, dude.
So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes to drive really fast and make the elf fall off
Gotta go
towards the elder hut.
Nathan, can you also give me wit and investigation just to kind of take in your surroundings as you sort of walk normally?
Wit investigation to ignore
With
the
invest.
to
With
ignore
S, if
Marty
you will.
gassing it right
Oh, I
next
got
to.
two.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. Ace in the hole.
He's
All right.
put a
fucking-
out.
Dude, put a hero P on that. Put some drive. Put some sting on there, dude. What are you doing?
Put a little oomph in your step, Nathan.
Wait,
Yeah,
hey,
sure,
haven't
I'll
you
do
used-
that.
Haven't you used some amount of draw? Oh wait, no, you did take damage, so you recovered too.
You get it back.
He gets it back, dude.
Saying I should use some drive or not.
Yeah,
Yes, use some drive.
What is
Just
drive?
drive
One,
it.
drive's
Put
just
that
one
stink
card. Right?
Just
And
one.
also use a hero P.
No, I'm not using a fucking hero point.
Use a hero P.
Use a little hero point.
Use a little hero P.
I'm being
We're getting
peer
closer
pressured.
to the end of the
Peer
session.
pressure,
Use a
peer
little
pressure,
P.
hero P.
That's
Yeah,
cute.
this is
Come
hero
on.
pressure.
It doesn't even matter.
Hero pressure. One more drive. Put a little more.
Put a little drive on
Hey,
there.
you have like 5
You
more.
can't, you
Yeah,
can't,
put
you
a
can't
little
end the
drive.
night on a loss. You know what I'm
Put some
saying?
driving on there.
Come on.
I get
You
dice
gotta
fucked
keep
in my last
driving,
campaign.
dude.
I'm getting
I'm
card
literally-
fucked in this campaign. I
No,
double
no,
joke.
no,
and
it's
think-
a
little
deck of
drive.
cards. There's
Little
got
drive.
then
You
there's
have
cards
literally
and
no
ace,
more
dude.
jokers left.
No
Do
jokers.
a
Keep
little
driving.
drive. Come on, Freeland. Do
What,
some more
dude?
driving.
I'm telling
You
just
fuck
put the
off.
rest
I'm
on there.
done.
Just put the
That's like
next 3
4
on there.
drive, I think.
That was
No,
3, I
you
think.
used- that was 3. Put another 3 on there.
Do a little hero.
Just put them
Not
all
hero,
on
do a
there.
little driving.
Go all in.
Go a little drive. Yeah. Hey, you'll never know if you don't go all in. You could be the winner.
Yeah,
That's how
fuck
it
it.
works.
He's going all in. Oh, there it is. Ace
I
Jack.
have 1 drive left.
Come on, use
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Come on.
That's 1 success.
Come
Just
on.
waiting for you.
Use it.
I mean,
Come on.
maybe you want it, maybe you don't. I don't
Maybe
know.
you
I
can.
just
Maybe
know.
you can
I'm
crit.
just
That,
sure
that next
there's a
card could be
success
your
in
crit.
I'm good.
Let him
I'm
ro-
fucking good.
Leave him alone. You bullies.
You would be really bad at
I haven't
helping
done
someone
that.
with a gambling
I haven't
problem.
done that in a long time.
Yeah.
That
I'm
was
like,
fun.
well,
Alright.
fuck it.
All right, so we'll start with Marty.
Everyone that's on the fucking boat car.
I,
Everyone's
yeah,
just
we'll go
holding
to
on
your-
for dear life as he fucking
Sure,
like
yeah.
Sonic.
The
boom.
moment
Sure,
the,
let's
like-
go see the elder.
He points out like the more kind of like grandiose kind of like bone hut in the distance, and then you're just like, all right, bet.
Let's see how quick we can get there.
And you just like tires screeching, fucking like whip it through, like just like whip it and just like tear through. This guy goes like flying off of the back and like lands on the ground with a thud as you're just like screaming through this village, just like weaving in between like buildings and people, and just like being a fucking like menace.
0 to 60 in no time flat.
0 to 100.
Facts, dude. Actual facts.
Actual fact.
Before just doing kind of like a skidding sort of like horizontal brake
It
maneuver.
looks sick as fuck though.
Right
It
in-
looks sick. It looks sick though.
You do the fucking
Akira slide.
You do the fucking Akira slide as a four-wheeled vehicle somehow to the front of the.
Well, I'm a cartoon character too, so I'm a little malleable.
Okay.
Like
Why
in
don't-
cars, like how
Fuck
cars,
idiots.
dude, the frame in cars, it's more flesh than metal.
What the fuck are you talking about? You get there, Marty.
Listen, I stick
Why
my,
does it
fuck
matter?
up.
I can crouch down. That's all I'm saying.
No one
So
cares.
the slide looks cooler.
You got a good roll.
And while this is happening, you kind of like Nathan, you're just kind of like, yeah, fuck this. This never goes well. So you're just kind of like sort of like leisurely walking there, just kind of like taking in just everything, and just you notice that like what seems to be like you notice that like you're kind of like looking around and seeing that you're seeing basically like two kinds of elves as you walk around. You're seeing ones that are just kind of like the ones that let you in, that are just sort of like walking around just kind of with like makeshift armor and like spears and all of that. And then you also see a bunch of other ones that are sort of like walking around in robes that probably like most strangely just like have just like very like tight bindings over like their upper head and eyes, just to like complete, just like all of them in the same sort of like style and pattern, almost like realistic, like ritualistically, just have sort of these like bound upper heads.
Huh.
And it almost seems like the ones that are like bound like that, you notice a couple of times, like as they're kind of like walking through the town, like these like much larger soldier elves, like very like purposefully are like stepping out of their way and like almost like half saluting them as they walk by. And eventually you two reach the front of the the front of this kind of like elders, like of this sort of like elders home, where you see the people still on Marty, just in this kind of, I'm gonna speak for you that it's already a heated exchange with the two guards out front of the elders home.
Suki is
Kind of being-
definitely. Listen,
Just,
we were instructed to come here and speak to the village elder. Why does everyone in this village have a listening comprehension problem?
Listen, buddy, I didn't see a speed limit sign when I was coming in here, okay? You can't just start telling me they're a number, okay, and acting like that's how fast I should be going. Okay,
We
you
are
need to
here
put up
for
some
the
signage.
information for the bard known as Richard Rocksoff.
You are in front of the home of the elder. You are in front of he who has direct communication with the dark.
Listen, dude.
You will show
Wait.
you will
let me
show
handle it.
reverence.
Listen, let me handle this, guys. Hey, listen, we're actually old friends of his. Can you let us in, please?
Hail Marrying?
I'll have Hail Mary, but
Oh,
I did realize something that I haven't used the part of Smooth Operator where I can use Streetwise instead of other things.
Ooh.
Give
Very
me
true.
give me charm and lying.
Okay, but I'm gonna use Smooth Operator.
Here
Yeah.
we go, boys.
So charm and streetwise in the place of lying.
I'll put my last hero key on here. Wah,
Here's his other Joker.
Yeah.
I knew it was in there somewhere.
Well,
So
lucky
wait.
for you, the guard also got 1 success and a joker trying to see through your lie.
No.
I'm
Well,
kind
then
of hoping
maybe
it was Hail Mary.
Maybe it will play more
because
out.
because if you jokered, that means that it would have been the truth, which would have been hilarious. You
Well,
all
no,
should have known.
No.
Not
It would've
necessarily,
been-
no.
It would have been that no one believed him.
Yeah.
Being friends with the elder of this village is definitely not the worst of those 2 outcomes.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we're friends because
I know, but it was funny when we did
We're
it. That
both
one
into
off, and Don
Genshin
turned out to be
Impact.
Hitler.
The guard kind of like relaxes his like posture a bit, and he just goes, I have not seen you here before, but I do not dare question the relations of the elder.
all right. So yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Kind of
actually,
He opens the door and kind of like motions with his spear in to have you enter.
you know, and while we're going in, I'm gonna be like, you know what, dude? Nice spear, dude. Very sharp. But sharply dressed.
He's like purposefully ignoring your comments.
Let's just go inside. Oh, Marty, you're finally here. Hurry up.
What?
Just like
Oh, not Marty, Nathan. I totally mixed up.
Taking
names.
more fucking time, calm down, fucking rush me.
You've taken enough time. Come on.
Fucking break it.
Maddie's just kind of like Maddie's just kind of like. For the record, Nathan, I think you probably took the correct route here. As he kind of like he's sort of like holding back vomit from the ride.
Maddie is definitely not a roller.
I mean, let's
coaster
not.
guy.
I agree. We shouldn't get on this case, dude. He's the fastest moving tree I've ever met.
He's the only moving tree I've ever met.
Well, most of them move up.
We do that too.
Yeah. Well, look at you, dude. I mean,
See me in a
You put
century,
a-
cunt.
You're gonna be putting redwoods to shame, then. Goddamn.
So- So you guys enter this kind of like hut, and you notice that like the inside is a lot less, well, to say a lot less grandiose would be putting it actually very pleasantly. It's this little hut is just completely devoid of anything on the inside except for just like a much older looking like elf with sort of like those like tight like head bindings that you noticed on the way in, Nathan, just sort of like sitting towards the room. And once you breach the doorway, it kind of like he kind of sits up for a moment and just goes, "Approach me, sons of Roxov."
Oh, you already know
shit.
who we are. This makes things so much easier.
The dark tells me much, and it has spoken of your arrival.
Listen, there was some trouble outside the gate. We were just here for information. We have no quarrel with your village. But you probably already knew that.
You must understand. Outsiders are not welcome here.
We're kind of not welcome anywhere.
Those of us who speak to the dark are not welcome elsewhere. And as such, we do not welcome those who do not speak to the dark. But you, the dark told me of your coming the moment you entered our swamps.
Wait, does that mean that he saw that we were just sort of dead and came back?
He kind of like the elder sort of like he kind of like he sort of like reaches out like an old kind of like wizened hand. It just goes, "Please, I shall not be as forceful as the one who saw you into the village."
I will gently shake his hand.
So as you grab it, he, much like the other guy, he kind of like, very kind of like, he sort of like, very firmly grips your hand, and you kind of feel, you feel sort of like the same kind, you feel the same sort of, you feel the same sort of like hot sensation as before, but just not really, but not like burning like the last guy was.
Oh.
So it is true. You. He kind of like the guy, the elder sort of stands up and he just goes, You must speak to the dark.
Me specifically?
You all must.
Oh, alright. Sure.
It wishes to speak with you.
I mean, can't be any worse than what else we've experienced in the swamp. Does it need Matty in the mechanic as well?
He kind of like, he sort of trudges over to them and does the sort of like the same maneuver and just goes, No. I do not sense what I sense I do not sense what I sense in you. I do not sense what the dark told me of.
That is fair.
Only the sons of Roxov are to speak with the dark.
Gotcha.
This is a grand privilege for outsiders, and you will treat it as such.
Of course. Where is the dark? Do we go to a room, or is it sort of just all around?
The dark comes to us, if it wishes. You shall follow me.
Alrighty. Matty, you stay out of trouble, and what's your face? Don't do anything stupid.
Matty's just kind of like sitting there, just being like, sort of incredulous at the fact that you're telling him to stay out of trouble. but he wisens up before he says anything, and is just like, yeah, we'll hold down the fort here. Do you mind if we stay here, Elder, or should we find somewhere else? Or and he's just like, all of these questions are ignored as he kind of like ushers you out of the door. And he just sort of and after a while, he kind of like he sort of like leads you to the he kind of leads you to the pit outside. That's kind of like, it's just sort of like, you notice it's kind of just like, it looks like a fairly like ordinary kind of like patch of dirt, but it's just surrounded by these like very like intricate like stone and bone carvings. And he kind of like, as he sort of leads you to the center of it, you notice that like other kind of like sort of like blinded elves are kind of sort of like just sort of like move sort of like unnaturally quickly to sort of surround the circle. And I will say, can everyone give me a... Can everyone give me a Brawn and Arcana?
I'm gonna hero point this.
Me too. Ooh.
Yeah, I've got one more to use. Why not? I'll add 2 drive.
We're getting very close to the end of the session. I'm like, let's just use
3
you know what?
drive to that.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I would
we
like
drive
to
this.
dramatic
Okay.
failure, please.
Oh hell yeah! 3 successes.
I guess that's why not. Oh, whoops.
You heard that? Nice double joker.
Finally, something happens to Bit. He's been kind of untouched for the past 2 sessions.
Holy shit. Nice, nice.
Freelance is back.
Use my fucking hero point in my last drive. You're welcome, bitch. That's why I saved to eat shit.
This is what we were waiting for.
Alright, so we've got 1 dramatic failure from Brown. Is that all? Actually, no one
Not
else
Brown,
got dramatic
that's
failure.
that's it.
I mistook those Ace of Clubs for, like, not being a success initially. Okay, it just goes... This... Prepare yourselves. Those who do not commune with the dark regularly may find it difficult.
I am a warrior of the dark. Well, darkness, but I feel like it sort of works.
We'll hide in the dark plenty. I'm used to it.
And, you notice, and so, as they speak, like, sort of like, the elder, as well as, like, all of the other, like, blinded elves who have surrounded the circle, just these sort of, like, pitch black tendrils kind of, like, appear out of their fingertips, and just sort of, like, stab into wherever they can find purchase on all of your bodies, just to, like,
Ooh.
immobilize you.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
Good fucking luck, says the guy who's too dramatic failured.
Oh, wait. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Don't I look silly?
This is about to turn into a very weird doujinshi.
My
No.
branches are moving on their own.
I'll say, everyone who got at least 1 success, it's uncomfortable, but it's fine. And I will say, Nathan, your body, since you're an ent, you're kind of like, just sort of like very inherently like a spirit magic infused being. And these things are like, yeah, they stick into you just fine. But if you really wanted to, you could definitely like move pretty easily.
Told you it's
Just because,
fucking
like,
nothing.
Even though they're like they've stuck into you enough to like make it seem like the ritual was successful, but realistically you're not actually super encumbered by these things at all.
Lol, Lamau even.
I will say, Zell, I've got a great idea for one of those jokers that doesn't really that's not really gonna make sense this session.
Okay,
But look forward to that.
sick.
Dude,
You're gonna be
fucking-
hurting, bitch.
Fucking alt session Joker, dude.
We love carryover jokers.
In the meantime, both of the jokers, go ahead and take 2 damage for me, as just like as just sort of like what feels like at both times like numbingly cold and searingly hot is just like both sensations at once are just like racking your body, sort of like stemming from the spots where these like tendrils sort of like found their way inside.
Oh, my engine's too cold. My engine's too hot.
Yeah, the fucking temperature, the temperature gauge on Marty is just like wildly fluctuating to both ends over and over again.
Oh, what is this? So horrible.
I guess a car is not infused with spirit magic.
I'm
By
infused
default.
No,
hard.
the it appears that it appears that technology reacts very violently to void magic.
Fucking wait. I got something for you. Mimsy's just like.
Oh, you're taking
repeating
2 damage
over
as
and
well.
over.
Eat your own shit. Eat your own shit. Eat your own shit. Eat your own shit. Eat your own shit.
Damn, dude. Oh, Mimsy's bugging out, man. Mimsy's bugging out.
Mimsy, what did you
I did
mean
take 2
by
damage.
this?
I took 2 damage off a minute ago.
So
Or 2 health off.
so once you guys are kind of like once you guys are at least immobile, or in Nathan's case seemingly immobile, the elder speaks again and he just goes, "You are ready, and the dark wishes to commune with you." And kind of, and so you guys who are all kind of like, sort of like, you guys were all sort of like positioned around, and you notice that like sort of like in the center, just sort of like this sort of like black kind of like ooze almost like starts to like emerge from like the middle of this pit. And just as it starts to like form into, and just as it starts to like begin to form into something tangible, just for all of you, everything your vision goes completely black. Like you have just like you've basically like looking at this thing has like just completely blinds you, and due to the sort of nature of the ceremony, you've kind of been forced to have to look directly at it. So you guys are all kind of like functionally blind right now. And you sort of hear a voice kind of like speak to all of you at once from like the back of your minds. That just goes, "You took your time getting here, but I am glad you came. This is a most interesting development indeed."
Are you the dark that the elder spoke of?
Dad?
I am but a fraction of the darkness. I am its prince. I am the one who communes with the mortals in order to find what we seek.
Why have you been waiting for us? We've only joined together to find our father.
As you say this, there's just this sort of like booming laughter that's almost just like shaking your mind. You just go, "Oh!" Your ignorance is refreshing. You have many questions, and they shall be answered in due time.
Oh.
No, everyone
Brother.
says that. What?
Next time on
Yeah.
RPG.
I was actually just waiting for him to say that part in character.
What the hell did our dad fuck?
He just fucked a shadow person from
He
sleep
fucks the
paralysis.
darkness. He fucked like an eldritch god of darkness.
I cast sex at the darkness.
The Eldrassi.
How down bad was our father?
Think he was down
look
bad
at,
at all.
Look at us.
He was doing pretty well in
Yeah,
terms of his.
Literally drowning in pussy from
Yeah, his
every
cup really
thing in-
runneth over.
Oh
He's
my
got that.
Lord.
He's got that unsighted riz.
Jesus Christ. This is a risaster if I've ever seen it.
Oh no, dude. A disaster.
Wherever I go,
Oh, that
I
is.
also
God
fuck.
damn it, Dingle. That's a really good cliffhanger. God damn it. You were waiting for that.
I wrote that cliffhanger week 1 of this campaign.
Nice.
God damn. That is the long game. Well, that's what being a DM is. But god damn, that is. I wasn't just saying that in character. I was genuinely thrown off. Like, that caught me so off guard. That was amazing. That was so good, Dingle.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
You're having a lot of fun with this campaign, I find. Which is good. I'm not that you never not have fun, but you could do a lot. It's very unique.
I will admit, I was sort of flying by the seat of my pants a little bit the last couple of sessions, just because
Yeah.
like dead ass. I expected you guys to spend maybe 2 or 3 sessions in the city.
We just fuck it. We kind of did, but we. Oh, you
jail
mean like
counts.
after the horse race? You thought like that was going to be kind of an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Single,
But-
whatever
so
you
I-
plan
but-
for us, you have to understand. It's probably not
the
gonna
horse
go
race
through.
was meant to be a minor oh, this is how they get their starting money session.
Instead, we lost all our money. We
Yeah.
have nobody.
You got told to fuck off.
Now we're really getting into the stuff that I wrote.
This is awesome. Again, I'm gonna say it again. That twist. That was my unfiltered reaction as a player, but it works also in character. That was so good.
That is an
God
amazing
damn.
twist.
I'm glad you guys like that twist.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just want to know who else our dad fucked.
I want to say this is probably going to be the first time Suki is straight up just caught off guard in character. That just totally threw him through a loop. He was not prepared for that out of everything.
So what? We have another brother now?
Were you not listening, Brown? The Prince of Darkness is our brother.
I knew it.
Yeah, you knew that.
Saw
I
that
knew it
one
all
coming.
along. I saw it coming.
Yeah, that's a week 1 call right there.
You get
The way he was
Ozzy
yeah, dude,
Osbourne, our brother, of course.
Yeah, the way he described the fountain session 1. I mean, obviously the fucking darkness was gonna be our brother.
Yeah.
I got your flyer in the
Foreshadowing
mail.
God.
He was there, we just couldn't see him.
Listen. If you mention
All
a
the clues
shadow
were
in
there.
Act 1, your dad has to fuck it by Act 3.
Chekhov's shadow, dude.
Chekhov's cum.
Damn, that was a good session, though, dude.
That it was.
What
Glad
other
you
I
guys
was there
enjoyed it.
for?
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty base, not gonna lie.
All right.
Nah.
Heroes.
I'm tired of your wacky shenanigans, Dingle. Listen, I think we need to just start it from the top, go down, dude.
All right. Initiative
Most-
top or Discord top?
Discord top, dude.
Then fucking
Go, Brown.
fire it up,
Dude.
my friend.
I said this mostly because I can't remember a lot of what happened in the session because I
Wait, actually,
Listen.
before we do it, so was there dramatic failures other than the one Brown just did?
I did not dramatic failure at all.
Dramatic failure is just like when you get the letter cards and opt to dramatic failure, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I didn't do that.
I feel like it was
think
just
it was
Brown
just
at the
Brown.
end there.
Also I want to say that the raft wasn't retractable, so I didn't put it on my character sheet as an item.
So I want to clarify.
Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, I will totally say that. I will totally say that, dinged up as it is, that you can definitely add fucking deployable raft to your useful items.
God damn it.
Nice. Also,
But I still owe you one. I still owe you one, but it was hard to think of swamp themed car paraphernalia.
Raft Bros.
Nah,
won.
see, that's your problem, dude. The next one, it better not even be for a car. The next one, dude.
Ooh, good point.
I'm tired of this. Oh, it needs to be useful for him. It needs to be cool, dude. Give me something. I need your retarded ideas, okay?
I had to step out. Who got?
That's why I asked for so many. I want your dumbest fucking ideas, dude. I mean, retractable raft, or deployable raft, it's pretty bad. I like it, is what I mean. It's up there. I'm like some sort of fucking. I'm a vehicle for war, definitely.
All right, I definitely have dumb ass item ideas that I haven't put into campaigns yet.
God, dude. You know what? Just because you said that, I'm buying another one next time I get next people.
Oh, please do.
I'm done. I'm not even. I refuse to go off this path of destruction. I've decided to rot.
Okay, so I've got the feats all set. So Brown, who are your heroes?
Oh, heroes. First one, Bit for the combo, for using my piss to blow up.
That was a fucking sick combo. Also, we have determined that you were actually just straight up drinking your own piss in the horse race episode.
Yeah,
happens all the time. Sometimes you just gotta drink your own piss.
This is a known fact of life. Yeah,
I've watched Man vs. Wild.
Dude,
I know.
You said that too. You said man, dude. I need to rewatch that episode, dude.
There's like an episode of Man vs. Wild that I watched one time with my dad when I was 10 years old, and I've never been able to find it, and it makes me so mad because it has the most fucking buck wild line in it that way more crazy than the piss drinking line, where he's has to traverse a river, and this man goes, "Oh, it's simple. I'll inflate my pants and float down the river, just like I used to do when I was a child."
Just like I used to do when I was a child.
It's so much more buck wild than the piss drinking, but I cannot find that episode anywhere to confirm that's actually what he said.
Damn, dude.
Can't imagine being drunk or high or watching that show because I swear all the piss drinking.
And I'll give the second one to Benson for getting us a Sneech guide.
I finally made a Sneech friend.
Yeah, dude, we really did make friends with Sneeches.
Roll around the swamp.
You made 3, but only one of them lived.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know what could happen there.
Rolling around the swamp like Benny and Snide.
I don't know what happened there.
What? Benny and Snide, dude? Is that like a Bonnie and Clyde thing?
Yes.
Oh, Benny.
I'm feeling.
Dude, because he's Benny. I see, dude.
I'm feeling Benny and the Jets parody, but it's Benny and the Sneech. Is that anything?
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, you're cooking a little bit.
I feel like that's more thought that I put into it.
Cynical, please save me from myself and tell me your heroes.
Benny and the Snets, dude.
Okay. I gotta give one to. Honestly, I know it was a failure, but I gotta give one to Freelance because that jumping off like you think it's gonna be this awesome action thing, and they just fucking face first into the swamp was genuinely really fucking funny.
That double Joker jump was fantastic.
Yeah, and then get fucked to get picked back up. Either it's do yourself.
I like to imagine you look like a humanoid figure jumping into this swamp, but once you hit the water face first, it's just you turn into a piece of driftwood.
Anyway,
Driftwood.
so first one goes to, first one to freelance. Second one, that's tough. You know what? I gotta give it to, gonna give it to Brown, cause I liked his I liked his fucking like Need for Speed moment. He just fucking blitzes through the entire village. I feel like if Nathan didn't get off, we wouldn't have got like that cool description of the village. I feel like if it wasn't for Freelance having the foresight to not be riding on the boat car, Diggle just would have like just had no chance to give that description of the village. So, but it was really funny how he just like fucking floors it.
No,
And
it
the
was
guy-
funny.
and the
I would have
elf falls in
absolutely,
the-
I would have absolutely eaten the fucking no fucking world building moment to make that happen.
It's
That
like
was
when
great.
you're playing a video game and you don't look around or talk to anybody, you just go straight to the objective. But no, Brown, that was a cool driving flip, and it was a lot of fucking cards, which was funny.
It
Yeah,
really
dude,
was.
So
dude, that's like me in fucking Borderlands 3 last night. I'm just like, I got a level, dude. Fuck these side quests.
So yeah, those are my two heroes.
All right, and freelance.
Yeah, I'll give it. I give one for Bit for the Molotov cocktail. I'm gonna be really brief because I gotta go grab something, and I'm gonna give one pretty much following up on Brown. I'm gonna give one to Benny for the negotiations because I'm not gonna lie, that was more world building, like you mentioned earlier. And
Oh,
yeah.
dude.
that's all I gotta say.
Sorry, I was gonna say special mention.
Yeah, I gotta handle something, so I'll be right back.
Psychometry gas, dude.
Oh yeah.
The gas psychometry.
All right.
Also, I'm not sure if anyone caught it, but it was kind of those elves were absolutely doing the void equivalent of psychometry on you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe that's why the first one got pissed off.
Oh, that's exactly why he got pissed off, because he like grabbed you and basically saw that whole fight.
Honestly based.
All right. That brings us to Zegend.
Segundo.
I'm giving one to Suki for
Yes.
helping out with the Sneath negotiation, and also
Because I figured
once
out
we're
it
in
was
the elf
undead or
village,
unnatural.
we're also
What was
very
that?
helpful.
Yeah. Suki's been kind of tame this session. I'll have to make up for it in a later combat session.
And my other one goes to Brown for the bit of Marty character development, where if he doesn't explicitly see a speed limit anywhere, then he just assumes he can go full speed.
Yeah, it's infinite. Yeah, infinite unless otherwise specified.
As fast as it's like the fucking what's that road in Germany called?
The Autobahn.
The Autobahn.
Yeah, it's like the Autobahn, dude. As fast as I want to go, dude. Get out of the slow lane, you fucking elf. Give me a speeding ticket for driving on the
And
sidewalk.
then Zell.
First one has to go to Brown for the fucking only reason I could have pulled off that Molotov cocktail. It gave me a little squirt.
Give me a little squirt.
Lil Squirt.
Little squirt.
A little squirt of gas.
Oh, God.
And honestly, dude, it's just like I love the whole history that came with of your
The gas.
self-sufficient fueling process.
Oh yeah, my highly efficient engine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a freak. Sorry.
Second point going to Suki for
Yes.
the first person who's kind of hostile that he doesn't immediately try to kill.
I know.
He
right?
immediately chokers and they like super crit on him.
Well, you see, I'm not going as ham as we usually do because I'm really low on health. So
That's understandable.
It's
But
like
I
me,
just
I'm
find it-
paranoid.
I find it very funny that the one time you don't.
I mean, Suki still had a chip on his shoulder. Don't get it wrong, but he wasn't immediately going for the sword.
No,
I just thought, I don't know if it's just because you were low on health, but I definitely had a plan, like, sort of like writing these elves, where I was like, I wonder if I can make Suki behave by introducing characters that are even more immediately aggro than he is. And I feel like it kind of worked.
It's just some
Like how
aggressive Tard wrangling.
Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, if he went in guns blazing like normal, I had a plan for that. But
Oh,
I thought, I wonder if I can, like, I wonder if I can, like, out asshole him, and it'll, like, make Cynical, like, take a beat and be like, oh.
Another thing to keep in mind is Suki does want information.
No,
about his father. Like like the desire to learn where his father is and kill him overtakes the desire to just generally aggro everyone else. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right.
I just found that interaction very funny, considering past actions.
It's a lot of karma that's probably coming Suki's way in the future. Look forward to that.
And
Many
then,
jokers to come.
anti-Joker.
Who got double jokered? Oh, freelance.
A couple
Freelance.
of people.
Freelances was probably
But
the
he
worst.
was
of them.
already.
Well, freelance was also this session's anti-Joker.
Yeah, and I use that.
yeah.
I use that on Zed so he could have that awesome fucking banter with the fucking leeches.
Honestly, worth it.
Literally
That
worth
saved
it. I
the
regretted
combat,
nothing.
honestly.
Yeah.
It
Who
kind of
else?
did.
Who else double jokered?
Because we got like halfway through that first round, and I was like, "Oh, they're never gonna fucking figure out that there are sneeches affixing them to the bottom. They're gonna be so mad when this combat ends, and they come back and attack them."
You're welcome.
I'm kind of inclined to give it to Zell because he was the other double Joker.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sick. Can't wait to make a fire again.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. That was an amazing session, and it was definitely
As always.
part of that was definitely the end. Oh my god. I am so looking forward to it next time, fellas.
Next time
That's
on
the-
RP.
Also, just to clarify, I did not throw my lighter, correct?
No.
Okay.
For the number of successes you got, I was definitely thinking like I was definitely like I considered it because the logistics.
That's how I
of, like,
described it. That's how I described it.
It is how you described it, and also the logistics kind of don't make sense that you're lighting a hat on fire and can still throw it.
Which is
But-
why I described it that way.
But you got like 6 or 7 successes on that fucking flip, so I was like, I'm not taking his lighter away for this many successes.
Fair enough.
That ain't right.
Pouring one out for the hat, though.
I know.
No,
the hat is
hat's
gone.
gone. Oh well. You win some, you lose some.
Hey, what's stolen property used for, or there for? If
Don't
not
worry,
to be
we'll
used?
probably be stealing a lot more property in the future.
I've had
And
to
destroying.
make shift with the ashes from last session, or to make do with the ashes from last session and Marty's gasoline, I guess. But
Like it's not incorrect to call the actions of our group like sort of a domestic terrorist cell. I don't think.
no, I think it's definitely justified.
No, we're
It's really
international
funny.
terrorists.
Yeah, now we're expanding, boys.
You did turn a federal prison into a nuke. So
I think-
yeah, I'd say you guys are terrorists.
I mean, but that's also really based, so you can't really blame us.
Your Honor, I think you're failing to consider my client was based.
Yeah. If he was cringe, I could understand.
Alright, I'm out. Good sesh.
Your Honor, my client was just having a based Ted Kaczynski moment.
I gotta
I had
head
a
out
good
too. This
session.
was awesome, fellas.